To Talbot Interfaith Shelter, my son and I are guests at TIS. I am writing this in an attempt to thank everyone that made this possible. By this, I mean saving us. Not just from homelessness, but literally saving us and allowing us to remain a family. My son and I have endured our share of adversities as well as tragedy. My wife, his mother, passed away 4 years ago when our son was only 3 years old. His older sister, my stepdaughter, died as well just over a year ago. The loss of my wife so unexpectedly was devastating, and being thrust into the role of single parent at the same time seemed overwhelming. I love my son more than anything, so I vowed to raise him the best I could and honor my wife's memory and legacy. After the loss of my daughter, my son and I were all that was left of our family, and our bond seemed to strengthen from both of the losses. In July of 2015, we faced yet another hurdle, losing our home and court-ordered eviction. The thought of becoming homeless brought the realization that if we did become homeless, the state would intervene and place my son in either state care or foster care. We would ultimately lose each other. I told my son that God has our back and God will find a way for us to stay together, but I could still see the fear and worry in his eyes. I had faith that God would find a way, but seeing my son go through so much at such a young age made me cry at night sometimes. With only days until the sheriff was due to come and order us out, I heard about Talbot Interfaith Shelter and was given a referral to meet with them. 2 days before eviction, I met with Fran Duran and Julie Lowe. The first thing that struck me was the beauty of the house itself. I thought that it was their headquarters or office, not the actual shelter. The second thing that struck me was the kindness and compassion we were shown by Fran and Julie. They didn't treat my situation as if it were due to a lack of moral compass on my part or my being irresponsible. After hearing our story, they asked us, "When can you move in?" It was at that point that I lost my composure and broke down in tears in front of them both. I am very passionate about TIS. The biggest reason is that I no longer see fear and worry in my son's eyes, only happiness, and that is priceless to me. My son has lost his mom and his big sister, but thanks to the compassion and generosity of TIS, he will not lose his daddy. My son and I will leave TIS soon, but the impact made on us will remain for the rest of our lives. It is my sincere hope that TIS is able to continue to serve the community and to help reshape and rebuild lives, strengthen families, relationships, and to open eyes to the reality of poverty and homelessness. Our debt can never be repaid with money, but my gratitude speaks when I care for others the way TIS cared for us. Thank you, TIS, the staff, volunteers, benefactors, and supporters. You gave us the greatest gift imaginable, to remain a family. For that, we are forever grateful.